What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Player Career Mode series. I do believe this is episode number 61, but all you need to know is that it's the Champions League final against Real Madrid. Of course, this comes on the back of the 2-0 victory in the Copa Nacional final against Roma, and we're now looking to make it 2 trophies in 1 week. So we'll be taking on Real Madrid, and of course we will be the underdogs, even though we convincingly brushed aside Roma in the Copa Nacional final. There's a big difference in class between Roma and Real Madrid, and of course this will be our last domestic game as well in this career mode, because of course we will be playing the Euros with England after this, and yeah, it should be good fun. I can't wait for that. But hopefully we can win the Champions League final as well. And yeah, there you go. So obviously I'll be hoping to. Oh my god, why did I just put it down to 6 minutes? Well, I just put it to 8 minutes, and I realised there's a change. To be honest, I haven't got too much time to do this anyway, so I guess 6 minutes is fine. But yeah, I'll be trying my best to win this, and hopefully we can. I'd love to win the Champions League before we leave this series, because of course this is going to be our last season of the series, and hopefully we can win it. What can I say? But yeah, we'll take on Real Madrid, and to be honest, it's just gone past midnight, so I really should wrap this up as quick as possible. But yeah, we'll take on Real Madrid, and of course it will be a live commentary as well. And in the live commentaries, I do answer questions, so thank you very much for everyone that asked questions. I'll be honest, this is actually the second time I've tried to do this. As per usual, I get one problem with my live commentaries. Again, you may have watched a live commentary I did a couple weeks ago, where the audio levels were really loud and you could barely hear my voice. I just finished this Champions League final and I went to watch it back, and you couldn't even hear my voice. That's how bad the game audio was. And it must be a problem with the game audio levels in Elgato's live commentary feature, because you know, this is the second time, or that was the second time I should say it happened. So hopefully this time, once I finish, I'll check it and it'll be fine. I'll tweak it a little bit and it should be fine. But there you go. Anyway, yeah, you can ask me questions on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at @DocLanders. I highly recommend it. And you can ask me questions. Get involved in the series. That's why I love doing live commentaries. It gets you guys involved, and we can take it from there. And also, if you do follow me on Twitter, you will never miss a video. A link gets published to Twitter every single time I post a YouTube video. You will never miss one, and it's the best place to follow me, I guess. What can I say? But yeah, we're taking on Real Madrid in the Champions League final, and their squad looks unbelievable. Of course, you were just seeing it a minute ago. We will be the underdogs, but still, I'm optimistic. We can win this. It will be difficult. We're the underdogs, but we can win this. But anyway, the game's about to get underway, so let's get down to the questions, and let's hopefully win the Champions League final here with Juventus in our last ever domestic game. So Ben Aston starts the questions off, and he says, what would you suggest for a person getting into YouTube? My honest suggestion for someone who's just about to start YouTube is genuinely sit down and ask yourself what you want to get out of it. Do you want to make it a job? Do you want to gain new skills? Do you want to, get new connections, new friends? Do you want to, I don't know, just have fun, I guess? Yeah. What do you want to do with YouTube, basically? What do you want to get out of YouTube? And how ambitious are you with those aims as well? Because obviously a lot of people, I see a lot of people now start YouTube with the aims of just getting big really quickly, and it's the reason why a lot of people give up on YouTube quite quickly, because they get demoralized so quickly. They see people like Matt HD Gamer with 1 million subs, and I'm just going to use gamers, Road to Shore, millions of subs, KSI, millions of subs, and they just sit there and think, oh yeah, I can do that as well, and I'll get that many subs and it'll be great. And after the first few months, they realise that they may not have even broken the 1K barrier, and they realise how hard it really is. It's so difficult, YouTube, and they'll get demoralised and they'll just give up. And that's one of the most frustrating things to see, because people go into it with unrealistic ambitions. And YouTube can be a really fun thing so long as your ambitions are right and not too unrealistic. And you can just have fun with it, basically. But just ask yourself what you want to do with YouTube, what do you want to get out of it, and are you willing to spend the money on the software and the hardware in order to make the videos, and are you willing to dedicate your time to it? Because not only does it cost a bit of money, it also takes a lot of your time up as well. So that would be my honest advice for people who want to start doing YouTube videos. Oh, I could have been through there. Great challenge. Next question comes from Pumis. He says, what do you think of Bill Maher? He's okay, I guess. He's not really my type of comedian or my type of personality, but he's okay, I guess. And there you go. And Adam says, are you going to do the ice bucket challenge? Probably not, because I haven't been nominated, and that's good. I don't particularly want to get nominated either, because although it's a good cause and everything, I appreciate that. I don't think I'd really handle myself on camera very well, getting soaked in water full of ice as well. What a lovely ball. Come on, Tevez. Come on, Tevez. 1-0. That was brilliant. That was a lovely ball. And a lovely finish by Carlos Tevez. So 1-0 up in the Champions League final. The perfect start as I dive through Tevez's legs. Perfect start, 1-0 up. Get in. Next question comes from another Adam, and he says, if you could have one major change at Millwall, what would it be? To be honest, I wouldn't really want a major change at Millwall, because although I do know there are a lot of fans who don't believe the club's being run in the right way, I wouldn't want a major change because I wouldn't want to see major repercussions. So, I'm perfectly happy with how the club's being run right now. Although I would like to see a few changes here and there, I'm perfectly happy with how the hierarchy is. And, I'd just like to keep it as is because I don't want to see major repercussions. So I wouldn't want to see major changes. Obviously, there are certain ones which I think, every club would say for their own clubs. We'd like to see a reduction in ticket prices, but again, we're realistic. That's never going to happen. We'd like to see more academy players getting used in the first team, but again, we're in the Championship, a really competitive league. That's going to be difficult for off the line. That was me there, going to get the ball to the line. Stefan saved it. We'd like to see more academy players get used in the first team, but obviously in the Championship's a really competitive league, so it may not be possible. So yeah, I wouldn't really know major changes, but I wouldn't really want major changes, I should say. But I'm happy with the club's running. But again, a few changes like that here and there would be lovely. But again, I'm realistic. I know that will never happen. Ryan Ross says, "What's your favourite YouTube series to watch, or I should say, listen to? Is El Dinero's The Midnight Hour." I absolutely love The Midnight Hour. I think it's amazing. It's a great podcast, well worth listening to if you've got an hour of your time to spare, and it's great to listen to. I listen to it when I get into bed, and sometimes I listen to it on public transport as well. It's a really, really awesome show, and you can tell El Dinero really loves what he's doing as well. Oh, the heavens have just opened for me. The heavens have just opened for me. The gap was there. I exploited it, and I've scored in the Champions League final with 2-0 up. What a fantastic start. So yeah, I really love listening to El Dinero's The Midnight Hour. Highly recommend you guys listen to it if you haven't already. And as for YouTube series that I do, my favourite one I've made, if you will, mine would be My Player. Back in FIFA 12, I run a series called My Player, and although I know there's probably very few of you who were subscribed to me back then, I had a lot of fun making it. You can actually still watch it if you want. It's on my channel. It's a public playlist. I had a lot of fun making it. The subscribers had a lot of fun watching it. It was really, really good fun, and I had a lot of fun with that. What can I say? Ladu says, do you think if you listen to people who were self-conscious about their appearance and how they overcame it, would that help you with yours? No, because I don't really care how others see themselves or how others see me. What I care about is how I see me. And unfortunately, because I don't look like anything like I would want to, I don't think I'm ever going to be really content with how I am as a person, and therefore it's always going to be something which is a difficult thing for me to overcome. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to overcome my self-conscious sort of view of my appearance, because until I look how I want to look like, which I don't think I ever will, due to many different reasons, I'll always be negative about it. So it's always nice when I see people who are very comfortable with their appearances. You see some people who may have been horrifically scarred in tragic accidents and so on, yet they're still very comfortable in their own skin. But the reality is that doesn't affect me in any way. I don't sit there and say, well, if like I know someone, not personally, but I did meet them once, who has a big scar on their face. So it's not like a one which is hard to notice. I've actually got 2 scars on my face. They're very hard to notice though, and you probably wouldn't notice them with the naked eye. I'd have to point them out to you. I know someone who had a horrific scar down the cheek and down the side of their face, and you can notice it from like 10 feet away. It's really noticeable, and they don't really care about it. They just say it's part of my identity, but it doesn't bother me. I don't sit there and say, well, if that person, I'll use a fake name for them, Becky. If Becky's okay with the scar down her face, maybe maybe I shouldn't be so self-conscious about my appearance. Well, it doesn't work that way. I don't really care about how Becky sees her appearance. I care how I see my appearance, and there you go. I don't think I'll ever be able to overcome my my self-conscious sort of look at it. Oh, it's a really good chance of 3-0 here. Go on, edge of the area. Oh, it's a bit too far, isn't it? I was trying to get up to Javi Martinez. Oh, still. Tevez. I'm here, bruv. I'm here. Oh, okay, fair enough. Next question comes from Brendan. He says, thoughts on what EA are doing to coin buyers or coin sellers. P.S. Love your vids. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I don't really care. Like, at the end of the day, if there is virtual currency in a game, there will always be a way to buy that virtual currency through real currency. You know, I used to play a game called RuneScape, a real blast from the past. But I used to play a game called RuneScape with a friend of mine at school, and I was terrible at RuneScape. I was absolutely shocking, but I had a lot of fun playing it regardless. And my friend was amazing. He was really, really good at the game, and he was great at it. And he used to sell his stuff. He used to sell, like, you could get like items made not crossbows, just like bow and arrows and swords and things like that. And you go on quests on RuneScape, wouldn't you? It was a lot of fun, really. And he'd sell his stuff, he'd sell his items for real money. And he'd also, what actually happened with my friend, I remember now, what happened with my friend is when he got bored of RuneScape a few years ago, he ended up selling his account for a large amount of money, and a significant amount of money as well. And the reality is, that's not FIFA, that's another game, but it's virtual currency, and people buy things with real currency to get the virtual currency because that's how it works. And they can say they're going to crack down on coin buyers and coin sellers all they want. The reality is they'll never get rid of them. Even though the transactions may be made in different ways. So for example, right now, if someone buys coins, what usually happens is they go onto Google, they search to buy coin buyers, they'll find some coin sellers, they'll find someone like UT Coin Traders, they'll be asked to list a card, they'll pay £10 via PayPal, and they'll get like 150k worth of coins. I don't know what the rates are right now, but that's how they make their coins. Although that may change in the future, and we may see people not buying their coins through that way, they would always find a way to buy coins off other people and acquire those coins via real money. It's just the way the world works, that's how it is. That's how the video game works in terms of virtual currency. There will always be a demand for virtual currency because people get addicted and they just really enjoy, what can I say, and they'll always want to spend their money on it. I mean, when you spend your money on packs, almost spat in the mic there, when you spend your money on packs, you're still essentially spending your money on virtual currency at the end of the day, real money on virtual currency. And there will always be ways to do it, even if it's not through third-party networks, even if it's not through third-party companies, and so on. So yeah, there you go. It doesn't really bother me. Obviously, it doesn't bother me at all as a YouTuber who doesn't promote coin sponsors. It doesn't bother me in any way, and I don't think they'll ever get rid of coin sponsors. So it doesn't really bother anyone. It's just one of those things. I mean, they may make it, they may terminate more accounts, which I guess they should probably do, but that's the end of it. No one's really going to be too fussed anyway, are they? Next question comes from T, and he says, are you better at explaining your thoughts and opinions by speaking or writing? I would say writing, because I don't have a very good accent, and a lot of the time my words are misconstrued and what I say is misconstrued and not understood properly. Again, mainly due to my accent, and of course the fact I don't have a very extensive vocabulary. I have quite a limited vocabulary, to be honest. So I'd say writing, to be honest, because I can research the big words, the smart words that all the grown-ups and the smart people use, to use them myself, and I can spend hours drafting up a post I wanna make before I eventually publish it to the World Wide Web. Or just writing down my thoughts I used to write poetry, for example. So I'd say it's through writing, really, but I'm not really good at explaining my thoughts regardless. Usually I say something and someone gets the wrong idea, so I'm not really good at either, to be honest, but I'd say writing is just a little bit better. Also, Theodore says, does your channel growth make you happier in real life? No, it doesn't. I really don't care about my channel growth in terms of morale. It doesn't affect me in any way. Let's say I gain 4,000 subscribers in 1 month and only 200 in the next. I'm not sitting there thinking, oh god, I can't believe it, no one likes me, I hate myself, yada yada yada. Like, it doesn't really affect my morale in any way. I don't get sad because people don't watch my videos as much. I don't get, if for example, like right now we're in August, by the time this video goes up we're probably just about to enter September. I don't sit there and get demoralised knowing that right now my content is on the downslope in terms of views. I know that, you know that, not as many people are viewing my videos right now. It doesn't really bother me that much. It's frustrating, don't get me wrong, but I don't get sad about it. I don't sit there and it doesn't sort of decrease my morale in any way. So my subscriber growth is, or my channel growth I should say, it's the exact same. It doesn't really make me happy, it doesn't make me sad. It's just a thing which I don't really care too much about. Daniel Bray, or Danny Bray I should say, says, have you seen The In-Betweeners movie 2, and if so, what did you think about it? No, I haven't seen it, and I don't particularly want to see it either. I don't believe film adaptations of TV shows are very enjoyable personally, so I don't really want to see it. I loved The In-Betweeners, I absolutely loved watching the show. on E4, because it was so easy, especially as a British teenager like I was when the shows were being broadcasted. It was so easy to draw a personal connection to the characters. I really did feel like I was personally involved with some of the characters. And obviously Will was probably in particular someone I felt like quite like I could understand where he came from a lot, I guess. And it was really good fun. What can I say? Being a British teenager, watching a show about British teenagers, which you sort of understood. So it was a really good fun show to watch. But I think the movies, from what I've heard, have been really subpar. And as I said, I don't believe film adaptations of TV shows do quite well. So I don't particularly want to watch either of them, and I don't think I ever will. Next question comes from that dodgy dude, and he says. Actually, no. The next question. Sorry, I almost missed that one. The next question comes from the God Marias, and he says thoughts on the disgusting ISIS video beheading James Foley. Yeah, it is disgusting. It's truly barbaric. It's a shame I don't really like. I'm quite desensitized by this sort of thing. Like, I've seen the beheading video. It was awful. Obviously, it was absolutely tragic and horrible and disgusting and barbaric. And obviously, you condemn it as much as you like. It was awful. But it's a shame I'm really like desensitized to this sort of thing. Like, it doesn't affect me in a way, like I don't want to throw up after seeing it or anything, but it was still disgusting. It's truly barbaric. It really is a shame in 2014 that this is the society that that some people live in. It's a truly barbaric thing, and obviously you don't condone it at all. And yeah, it was absolutely truly disgusting. What can I say? And that dodgy dude says, when do you think you can eventually make YouTube a full-time job? I don't think I'll ever be able to make YouTube a full-time job because I need like treble the video views I get right now, and I don't believe my channel has enough resale and residual views possibility for that. So I don't think I'll ever make YouTube my full-time job. It would be lovely. It truly would be lovely, but again, it's been 3 years since I started, and only this year as it became basically what I could consider a part-time job, so I don't think I'll ever be able to make it a full-time job, unfortunately. And the next question comes from Arib. He says, was winning the World Cup with the Asian Confederation the hardest thing you've done in FIFA 14? Yes, definitely. It was really, really difficult to win the World Cup with that confederation. I mean, it was hard enough to do it with the CONCACAF side, so to do it with a confederation where there were no 80 rated players. Oh no, there was Kagawa and Honda, where there were very few 80 rated players regardless. It was obviously very difficult. I'm glad I pulled through and did it. And Matt says, what's your favourite thing about being a YouTube commentator? For me, it is just being able to express my morals and having a platform to express my morals and my beliefs, and being able to do it through YouTube to express it to a younger generation is brilliant. That's the best thing for me. I've lost count of the amount of people who have came to me on YouTube and YouTube messages, Facebook messages, Twitter comments, YouTube comments and so on, and said that I'm an inspiration to them in some way. I'm an idol, I'm a role model. And although I take that with a pinch of salt because, usually I don't mean that, I know there are some people that do. There are some people that do look up to me and say, you're someone who I want to model myself on. And therefore, knowing that, on my channel I'm able to express my morals, express my beliefs, express my standards, and, try and influence the younger generation that watch my videos and show them this is what I'm like, and if you like me, then hopefully you can sort of take on my morals as well. That's the best thing about YouTube for me. It really is. It's just lovely to have that platform because I am quite pretentious. I'm not going to lie, I am quite pretentious, and therefore being able to express my morals and beliefs and basically make myself out to be even better than I probably am in reality is always something I enjoy doing. So there you go. It's a hard question to answer, that one. Like, it truly is the best thing for me, and I never want my words to be misconstrued, but if you can understand what I'm saying here, it really is lovely when I hear people say things like, I've stopped using homophobic slurs because I watch your videos and I can see that you're clearly in support of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community, and therefore like I've had people say things like I've stopped using words like the F word to insult people because of the way you are in support of those communities, and it's lovely. It truly is lovely when people say that, and that's the best thing about being a YouTube commentator for me. It's without doubt my favourite thing. Being able to express your morals and having a platform to do that is just an absolutely amazing feeling. But we've won the Champions League final. Get in. Very pleased, very, very pleased about it. It's I'm sitting here and I'm kind of sort of. I'm really pleased, don't get me wrong, but the final was pretty subpar. I mean, I expected better from Real Madrid, I guess. What can I say? They did have a couple of good chances, and Stefan did make one or two good saves, but I expected a little bit better. But, so I'm shaking the hand of the commissioner there. We did indeed win the Champions League final. Is that the commissioner or the manager? You can't tell, can you, on this game? It's always generic. Still, we've won the Champions League final. Very, very pleased with that. And that is now our second trophy of the season, and that definitely puts behind the disappointment of losing the Serie A as well, because we should have won the Serie A. We didn't. I was very frustrated. I was very, very frustrated about what happened in this Serie A towards the end, but at least we won the Champions League. Very, 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 very proud, very pleased and proud of that. And the trophy, the biggest trophy we wanted to win, has been won in this series right at the end. And I'm very pleased. So the last thing we'll be doing in this series is, of course, be playing in the Euros with England, and hopefully, hopefully touch where we can win that. I don't think we will, because there are a lot of strong nations, but hopefully we'll be able to go as far as possible. We'd lovely to get to the final regardless, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But still, we have won the Champions League final. Very, very pleased with that. And again, I am a little bit sort of annoyed. It was a bit of an anti-climax. Real Madrid didn't really show as much attacking prowess as I was expecting, but I think we definitely deserved it as well. I got a 9.0 rating. I scored in the Champions League final as well, which is lovely. And they had 7 shots, did they? I can't even remember. Quite a few from outside the area. I can't even remember them having that many shots, but still, yeah, we won the Champions League final, and I'm very, very pleased. So to end the episode off, what we will do is just advance a little bit, and we will leave it there. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do leave a like, because it is much appreciated, and it really, really does help my channel out. And yeah, we'll advance to the end the season. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to end the season actually, and we'll get ourselves to the European Championships as quickly as possible. So my league expectations, I matched every single one. Get in, that's fantastic, isn't it? I matched every single one. So how many goals did I score? I got 7.8, 26 goals and 20 assists as well. Amazing for a striker. I'm annoyed actually, because I wanted to show a squad report there, but I guess you have to wait until the new season starts. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll quickly start the new season. I'll do a quick squad report, even though I was annoyed I didn't get to show the stats there. I'll show my accomplishments as well, and then we will get ourselves into the European Championship. So I'll answer one more question whilst I've got the time. Luis Gabriel says, what do you think of having international subs? I'm Brazilian, as an example. It's really cool having international subs. It's great to have so much diversity on my channel, not just have English subs, but international ones as well. And also Momo says, if there is one place you could go anywhere in the world on holiday, where would it be? I've always wanted to visit Brazil, and specifically Rio. I've always wanted to go there. So yeah, there you go. Let's quickly do a squad, not a squad report, a show of my stats and attributes. There you go. So here we go. So yeah, we scored 38 goals in 56 games in total, set up 29 goals for the team, and also got an average rating of 8.0. Pretty impressive record. And my stats, well, you can see them right there. I look like a really, really good player, don't I? Which I probably am, in all fairness. So yeah, very, 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 very good. Still to think I'm only 22 years old, crazy. And let's also look at the accomplishments as well. And also, Pumis says, how do you expect your life to look like in a year's time? I don't think it will look significantly different at all, to be honest. I think my life will be pretty much the same as it is right now. Maybe 1 or 2 changes here and there. I might have moved out, touch wood I have, and I would hope I'm with a partner, touch wood I have got one, and maybe 1 or 2 changes here and there, but nothing major. I can't see anything major. I can't see any major changes happening in my life in a year's time. Mainly because over the past 3 or 4 years, not much has changed, to be honest. So there you go. Anyway, the accomplishments I'm showing right now, if you want to see them in depth, then feel free to pause the video at any time. I just speed past them because there's so many accomplishments to show. It would take an absolute age to show them all individually. Next question comes from Dom. He says, do the ends ever justify the means? It depends if the means are good and moral in order to get to the ends, which are also good and moral. But I guess yes and no is the answer to that question. It depends on whether the ends and the means are both moral and justifiable. And also Joe says, do you think you'll hit 100k subs within the next 6 months? I highly doubt it. It would be lovely if I did, but I think that's a bit too much to ask for. That's what's that, 40,000 subs more than I've got right now, so that's quite a lot of subscribers to get, and I can't see that happening, to be honest, but there you go. Next question comes from Nick Bolt. He says, oldest memory. My oldest memory, I don't know. I have a really, really shocking memory, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what my oldest memory is, to be honest, because I can't even remember some of the names of friends I went to school with, so there you go. And what did I want to do as well? Oh yeah, I wanted to get to the European Championships as well, because I have been called up for this. I know I have. There we are. I was going to say, 'cause I knew I was in the squad for this, I just couldn't see it, so Right, so yeah, let's get ourselves to the European Championships. And by the way, to show my career, I'll be showing this section in full at the end of the series. So there you go. And just in case you were wondering when I was going to show it, but yeah, let's get ourselves into the European Championships. So with England, we have got a group with Belgium, Bulgaria, and Finland, and that's winnable. That's a winnable group. So hopefully we can. Have we been selected for the first game against Bulgaria? Yes, we have. And hopefully we can get ourselves to win in these games and get ourselves through to the knockout stages of the Euros. And I might actually change my appearance for the Euros. Not now, I'll do it in the next episode. But as always, guys, I'm going to end the episode there as I've almost run out of questions. And I also need to get this done. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Player Career Mode, then please do leave a like, because it is much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of my Player Career Mode very soon, where we'll be starting the Euros with England.